What's up guys, and welcome to the first of my Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire coverage videos. As I've sort of mentioned in previous videos, I'm not just going to be doing update videos, I'm going to be doing speculations, I'm going to be doing top 10s, I'm going to be doing whatever you guys want to see, everything like that, concerning Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I apologise that it's taken almost a week for me to actually start getting down to videos like this. I had to wait for GFX, then I had to move the GFX effects around myself, had to create that intro you guys saw yesterday, which I think is pretty damn awesome. You also saw at the start of the video as well, that's, obvious as well. But yeah, I hope you guys really liked it. I'm ready to pumped to start doing these videos for you. Today we're looking at, when the first trailer, I guess you can call it, for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, it said in quotation marks, "Explore a dramatic new world." What does this mean? Well, first off, the obvious one, the sort of ironic one, I guess you can call it, is the fact that it's because it's 3D, so it's sort of a new world because it's a new world in 3 dimensions, whereas we've only ever seen Hone in 2 dimensions before. Obviously we had X and Y in 3D, but that was, it was not Hone, it's Kalos, so I guess it's a dramatic new world, if you could say that. Or is it implying that the games will not be based in Hone or on Hone or anything like that? Is it a completely new world? I mean, there could be several, it could be a completely new region, a completely new world, it could have nothing to do with Hone whatsoever. Or it could be implying that it's a past or a future version of Hone 2, since it's a new world, a new Hone it could be. So obviously, they could have a past version of Hone that's completely changed. It could be, could have less water. I think a lot of people would like less water in a Hone because there is quite a lot of water in Hone. So I think, if, for example, the water levels dropped and you saw, there's more area to run around, maybe, some towns, so you get stuff like that. So Topless could be a huge mountain rather than just a town in a volcano. So, you guys get what I mean there. It could be pretty cool to have something like that. Or you could have a future version of Hone that also has sort of less water if there was a drought or something like that. Or just anything. You could have a future past version of Hone that would look completely different to the the current Hone or the Hone we've seen before. Hence a dramatic new world. However, I mean, the other day for the Nintendo financial briefing, President of Nintendo, Iwata? One of those, I can't speak the name. I was going through all that stuff, and in one bit he mentioned about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because it came out the day after they were actually announced, released, etc. And he said, and I quote, that they were full remakes of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. So this could, or most likely means, that we will just be getting a full remake of Ruby and Sapphire. There will be no big changes in the plot, there will be no big changes in location. Obviously there will be a few things to incorporate stuff like Battle Frontier, anything else that's needed in the game, like the Friend Safari. But I doubt there will be any big changes thanks to this line. Or he simply could be just sort of saying remakes in the same sense of similar names, I don't know, it's still a slight possibility, but it's not much of a possibility at all. One other thing I also thought, I don't know how good this would be, is that maybe the translation from the Japanese over to the English didn't exactly go exactly squeaky clean fine. Like they translated it to full remakes, but it could have meant remakes, follow-ups, whatever. That's a possibility, but I doubt it because a translator, it's on the official Nintendo website, so I doubt it in that sense. But yeah. So it looks likely we'll just be getting a full remake, but it's still very fun to speculate and think about what we could get for a new region or a new, something like that. For example, if we were in the past, if we had a past Hone, one thing I thought is that could maybe link to Kalos in the past, because we had a lot about the history of Kalos, about the war, stuff like that. So it could, if it was based in the past, you could have Kalos as an after game, or Kalos being linked with it, X and Y being linked somehow, or something to that effect. You could stories about what's happening in Kalos, stuff like that. That was one thing I thought if it happened in the past. If it was happening sort of in the present day, or not present day, in the future rather, you could have maybe a revival of Team Magma and Team Aqua if it was a future Hone. Revival Team Magma and Team Aqua after they've, another 10 years later on, they're trying again. For example, if there's a big drought, you could have maybe just Team Aqua, or in Omega Ruby there could be a big flood, and then in Alpha Sapphire there could be a big drought, and then obviously in Ruby, Team Magma's trying to get Groudon to, get rid of some of the water, and in Alpha Sapphire, Team Aqua's trying to get Kalia to come out and get some more water down. However, obviously that would mean if there's a big flood and a big drought, that would cause a lot of change to the landscape, which means the region could be almost amazingly different depending on the game. But that would be cool to see as well, because that would just be pretty cool, like to have really big changes in the region rather than just small changes that obviously we saw in Black and White, Black 2 and White 2. There was the Black City and White Forest, I'm pretty sure it's called. Obviously there was small location changes like that, but a big location change, like I've just mentioned, would be really interesting to see actually, because then you could you could choose different games, or it could, like, the location could be similar. It could just be an impending threat of drought or an impending threat of a lot of rain or something of that effect. Or maybe, you know, Kyogre starts going on a rampage at the start of Omega Ruby, and like Team Magma's trying to revive Groudon, just to sort of combat that or something to that effect. If it was a present day game, either in the same sort of the Hone or another region, you could have, obviously, if it was in Hone, just after, obviously it could be a full remake of Ruby and Sapphire, as I've said, just in 3D, or maybe you could have just after the end of Ruby and Sapphire, Team Magma could come back straight again, or something to that effect, or, as I mentioned, it could be in a different region entirely, in which case you could have maybe a different branch of Team Magma and Team Aqua, you know, so maybe, obviously Team Rocket we had the Kanto branch and the Johto branch, I'm pretty sure, so Team Magma and Aqua could be similar situations, if you get what I mean. They could be based in another region as well, and trying to do stuff like that. Yeah, there's so many possibilities for different theories and stuff like that, guys. But yeah, it's unlikely that we're going to get a different region or a different type of Hone. I think, in my opinion, we're still just going to get the full remakes, as they've said in the Nintendo report, broadcast or whatever. But it's still very fun to think about the possibilities if they decided not to go for a full remake. In my opinion, I wish they hadn't gone for a full, or obviously if they are, I don't really want them to go for a full remake, because I want to see a new Hone, like a future Hone or something like that. But obviously it is a remake, or it's supposed to be a remake, so I guess it's fair enough. But, you know, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think the dramatic new world line means in the comments. Do you think it, you know, means 3D like I do, or do you think it could possibly mean a new region or a new time? And also let me know whether you would like to see Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire being based on a different time rather than just a full remake of Ruby and Sapphire. Would you like to see a sequel to Ruby and Sapphire rather than just a remake of it rather, or would you like to see, you know, a prequel to it or something to that effect? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll read through that after this video goes up and see what you guys want to see. So, all that remains to be said is thank you guys for watching my first video, my first proper video covering Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button to support the series of videos, if you enjoyed it, of course. And let me know, sort of, if you want to, in the comment section, what other videos you want to see about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire 2. I've got some other stuff planned, like, you know, obviously possible Mega Evolutions. We've got just loads of other stuff I got planned, little things and little fun things to talk about. So I guess you'll get some of those videos coming very soon. I'm hoping to get a video about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire every other day, or something like that, just so it's a sort of a common series. Obviously, as soon as I run out of ideas, I can't post as much, but we'll see how we go, guys. So, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed sort of the kickoff to the series, the kickoff to the speculation for this game. I'd like to hear about your speculation in the comments, as I've said as well. And I guess I'll be seeing you next time, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.